直ちに均衡を正さねば。
Last summer, I was in a hole. Anime War was blocked. 5 years of my life gone in an instant. And then COVID hit.
Fast-breaking developments in the coronavirus emergency in the U.S. and around the world.
Declared the state a major disaster area.
There are confirmed cases in 35 countries.
I cover anime and manga on the channel, and not only did they both halt production, but everything closed down, so my family was with me all day. And I don't know if you have kids, but working from home with a child is literally impossible. My channel saw a steep decline and I basically wasn't making any money off YouTube anymore. So I took a gamble and rented a studio space, just so I could get some peace and quiet to work on the channel. It was high risk because I didn't have any money coming in, but I knew it was the only way I could figure something out. Because of COVID, they wouldn't even allow me to come see the studio space in person, so I had to do this crappy Zoom tour walkthrough. I liked the place because it was a corner office with nobody below me and nobody to the side of me, so I could be loud late at night making my videos.
Let's go!
Let's go, man! This chapter was insane, dude! So I bit the bullet and I signed the lease. It turned out to be one of the best risks I've ever taken. As anime and manga resumed production, I had more quiet time to work. The channel saw a rise in views once again. I tried to start a few fan animations again, working on them for a month before ultimately just giving up. My heart just wasn't in it anymore, especially after Anime War was taken down. However, I kept subconsciously returning to animation because that's what I was comfortable with, and that's what I had been doing for the past 5 years. I knew that fan animations would get me nowhere in the end, and I needed a real idea to catapult my channel and my brand to the next level. What can my next big project be? Every business idea I came up with, there was always a major flaw. Either distribution was too small, the upfront cost was too high, it was far too time-consuming, or there was no scaling potential. Idea after idea was met with a critical flaw. But then, all of a sudden, a light bulb went off. You want to test your Dragon Ball and Naruto knowledge? This video is brought to you by Trivia Crack 2, the fun and free app which allows you to play trivia games from the comfort of your phone. You can play against other people, do all sorts of challenges. And they have just released their brand new Dragon Ball and Naruto trivia sections. You can see me playing here. Most of the questions were pretty easy, but they definitely threw me for a couple curveballs here and there. There's all sorts of events and fun competitions, so take your shot at Trivia Crack 2. You can download it with the link in the description down below. It's completely free on iOS and Android. Let me explain. When my YouTube channel first started taking off after years of trying on various channels, something special happened to me. When I quit my job and pursued YouTube full-time, it felt like I had self-actualized. It was an incredible feeling to break away from the corporate machine and be in complete control over the outcome of my success. But over time, I realized that being a YouTuber alone can never be the be-all, end-all goal, and I need to eventually find something more, something bigger, much bigger. I covered Dragon Ball for most of my YouTube career, but always with the understanding that it couldn't last forever. Plus, with the inevitable Toei copyright always looming, it was not something I wanted to put all my eggs in one basket with. So I needed something bigger, and guess what? I finally found it. Now, I can't reveal that just yet. I want to wait for the finished product before I show you guys, but here's a little tease. Right now, I'm working with a huge team of artists, graphic designers, software developers, music composers, and animators to create the biggest project of my career. And it'll be something that I own and none of these companies can touch me with. With all that said, I've decided to halt the creation of the Saitama vs. Blast fan animation. I know you guys really want to see it, and trust me, I really want to finish it as well, but with the understanding that I have a huge project here that I'm working on with vast and unlimited potential versus a fan animation which could irritate Bandai and potentially get my channel taken down, it's just simply not worth it. I never did the fan animations for money, it was always just for passion, because I wanted to see these different characters fight against each other. And as passionate as I am about Saitama vs. Blast, it just doesn't make any business sense to continue creating fan animations and jeopardizing my channel. That's not to say that there won't be any more animations on the channel. Trust me, I already have something in the pipeline. But my channel has gotten so big that whenever I make one of these videos with copyrighted characters, I'm much more susceptible to copyright because I'm pretty much in the eyes of these companies. Another thing happened with the Saitama vs. Blast animation in that I started it a long time ago, way before Blast was revealed in the manga, so the stuff that I did before doesn't make any sense to the continuity of Blast and Saitama actually in the manga anymore. So I was thinking about using what I had made before and making it some sort of dream of Saitama's, and then actually have Saitama meet Blast like he did in the manga. I actually just wanted to color the manga pages and animate it, and I worked on that for a little bit, but ultimately I just decided that it's just not worth it. I don't want to jeopardize my channel. It's going to require a lot of time, and I'd much rather use that time for this big project that I'm working on. My estimated release for this big project is probably going to be this summer. That's what I'm hoping for and I'm aiming for, but I am already releasing a lot of materials on my Patreon if you guys want to go see there. On my Patreon, I'm uploading tons of art every single day, sketches, finished art, so that fans who want to be a piece of this project can get the early access. Now, I can't guarantee that it's going to be this summer because there's a million moving parts going into this, but that's what I'm hoping for. It's gotten to the point where I'm so excited about this project, like nothing else even matters. I finally feel like I'm on the right track to achieve what I've always dreamed. This project is one of the biggest projects any YouTuber has ever undertaken. This project is like Mr. Beast level. When you guys see the scope and scale of this project when it's finally out, people are not going to believe that I created this with a small team in under a year. And what makes it even more exciting is that it will expand beyond simply the anime community, and I believe that other communities will get involved as well. It's something that I feel like gamers and anime fans could all use right now. It's something that people need and desire right now. So if I can get this out to you guys as fast as possible, I can see waves of popularity among a lot of different fandoms. That's about the biggest hint that I can give you guys right now without spoiling it entirely. But that's also why I feel like this project that I'm working on should take precedence over all the other things that I'm doing, except reviewing manga chapters. I'm still gonna do that, and I still gotta keep the channel running, and obviously I'll still talk about anime news and such when it comes out. But in terms of making fan animations or smaller videos that are only gonna get 30,000 views or so, I'd rather just invest all of that time in this big project that I'm working on. I'm sure a lot of you guys think right away that this is Demon Rush the anime, and no, it's not. So I'm just letting you know right now, it's not a full-fledged anime. I don't think people really grasp and understand exactly how hard it is to make an original concept in anime, because when you're doing a fan animation, you have so many reference points to look at. There's so much content already built out for you to just expand on, and it's vastly different than trying to make something completely original 100% from scratch. That's why you see so many fan animators and so few people trying to create their own original animation. It's literally at least 10 times harder to make your own original story and all of the content from scratch, because there's no groundwork laid out for you. So while a Demon Rush anime, yes, is on there at the top of the list for a goal I'd like to achieve, I simply don't have the resources to do that just yet, but I'm definitely eyeballing it. So yes, people will always ask, why don't you just make your own anime? And the short answer is because it's almost impossible. It is possible, and there are a few people who have tried it. I don't think there's ever been one person to start an original concept anime style episode or story on YouTube and it actually took off, except with maybe Ruby, if you want to consider that anime. But even with Ruby, they have a massive team and a lot of funding. And remember guys, I'm just one guy in my boxers right now at my computer trying to make his dream a reality. So making an anime by myself is practically impossible. But what I am doing now is working on the groundwork so that eventually one day we can get that big anime premiere. So that's basically it, guys. Long story short, I'm halting the production of any fan animations on my channel until further notice because this big project that I'm working on easily takes precedence. It has massive, practically unlimited potential. It's gonna hit the entire online community like a landslide. It's my life dream and my life work. And I know you guys, if you're fans of my channel, you're gonna absolutely love this project. You're gonna wanna jump head first when it comes out because you guys like what I like, and I like what you guys like. And that's why we talk about all this stuff on the channel. So if I create something, I'm sure you guys are going to like it. I can't wait to show you guys more, but I just can't do that yet. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and I'll see you soon.